Not a Basketball Podcast, also known as M.O.B Podcast. I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from previous games from the previous day. How are you this Wednesday afternoon, Ja?
Refreshed.
Refreshed?
Yeah. Because I did that double sleep. when you wake up and then you fall back to sleep again, and the second sleep be hitting different. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, those are the best sleeps.
Well, that is the best sleeps.
But they're so rare. They almost never come.
I swear they never come along. But when they do, it hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, I'm glad you're refreshed. I'm good as well. Oh, we're gonna have a good day. Hope everyone will have a good day. Much to discuss. A lot of games happened last night. A lot of action. Of course, that is a joke, but because there was only two games that happened last night. That being the Pelicans and the Jazz and the Nuggets and the Thunder. I guess we'll just go over them very quickly. But there's other news besides that we will go into after we go over the games. So let's first go on into the games. First, starting off with the Pelicans and the Jazz. A good matchup for the Pelicans because this is a championship contender, playoff contending team. And the Jazz are playing really well as of late, and they played really well last night. A great team win, a great team effort. Donovan Mitchell was really doing it all offensively, including passing and making plays. And they was able to just come up with this win against the Pelicans pretty easily.
Just like what you said, that first quarter, well, the whole game, but especially in the first quarter, Donovan Mitchell had like 15 in that first quarter, and you could just see that he was going to get it going early. But like when you talk about the Utah Jazz as a whole, just like what you said, it was a great team effort, especially in that third quarter. The way that they were hitting their threes, moving the ball, cutting, spacing, passing, like they just helped each other get some shots. They got to get some real good shots.
Yeah, and they got a lot of bench production as well.
Yeah,
a lot of bench production. Joe Ingles, Jordan Clarkson, who's probably a candidate for Sixth Man of the Year because he's been a key part of how the Jazz been playing.
Yeah.
And yeah, they caught fire at the right time, to be honest.
Exactly.
I mean, ever since we made those jokes about them and how I kind of ranted on them for those embarrassing losses in New York against the Knicks and the Nets, they just been on a tear ever since that.
Well, because they come to New York, bring bad luck. It gives them bad luck. That's all that it is.
I guess Jerry Sloan was haunting them. No, Darren Williams. The ghost of Darren Williams was on them. That's why. Darren Williams wasn't gonna allow that. But yeah. As for the Pelicans, I mean, what can you say? They was pretty much outmatched.
Yeah.
Outplayed.
Ingram didn't have what you would expect in the scoring category, really. So
yeah, I mean, really nobody did except for Zion.
That's it. Everyone else had was him and Ingram was the only two that scoring double digits. Am I correct?
You are right. They need more scoring production.
Yeah,
but that's just credit to the Jazz defense as well.
Yeah. But we always knew them as a good two-way team. So
yeah.
I'm not surprised by the fact that I'm surprised by the fact that nobody else except for those two main scorers scored in double figures. But I'm also not surprised that the Jazz defense had a good reason to do of that scoring production being low for them. Like, I'm not surprised. So yeah.
Yep. Not surprised as well by how the Jazz plays, as they are currently on a 6-game winning streak, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep, a 6-game winning streak, and we'll see if they can keep it going. I mean, they on fire right now. Nobody can stop them. So yeah, a great win by the Utah Jazz against a kind of downward trend for the Pelicans.
Yeah.
But all right. The other game that happened last night featured SGA and the Thunder up against Jokic and the Nuggets. And, well, besides Murray having a bad game, this was pretty much all Nuggets.
Yeah, the bench starting, it was another team effort. It was basically another team effort. everybody sharing the wealth, getting the wealth, and again, this is a good offensive team. So the way that their production was offensively was amazing, and that second half and beyond, they just took off. They just took off in
Yeah.
the game, and it was nothing really much that the Thunder could do. They tried to stay in it, but it was too late. They already was when they said when you kill somebody, make sure they dead, right? And that's what the Nuggets did that second half.
We what? Yeah, how
No,
did that transition to this?
I'm just saying, it's just the truth. Like when you see somebody wounded and they have no chance of surviving, just kill them off. They're no use.
Nigga want to be Al Capone so badly. Oh man, I see your point. I see your point. I completely understand. You gotta kill them before they get some life.
Exactly.
So yeah, another great win by another team. Hopefully the Nuggets use this because, like I said, and like we've been saying, they haven't been playing at like the Nuggets should be there 7-7. And if this was like say the Thunder, they're 6-7 right now. Let's say they're 7-7. This would be this is great for the Thunder because nobody really expected this. We expected so much for the Nuggets.
Yeah, especially after last season.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna praise them heavily against them being the Thunder team because they should beat this Thunder team. They should beat a lot of teams that they already lost to.
Yeah.
But I'll be keeping my eye on them, see if they can get back on the right track because everybody knows they are playoff contenders and people have high hopes for this team.
Yes.
All right. As for the news that broke out last night, Kyrie Irving has finally attended practice after missing 7 games, and he is scheduled to play tonight against the Cleveland Cavaliers. First game back. What's your thoughts about the whole Kyrie situation?
I'm not gonna lie. He came out of retirement. Dang, man. He came out of retirement. My son Kyrie, aka Uncle Drew, is back. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to see him. It's been a long time. The show that he puts on. Come on now. The show that he puts on as a offensive talent, one of the most skilled PGs to ever play this game. I'm happy to see him back out there. Now, the reason why I'm most definitely happy to see my hood out there is because not only do I want to see him get back to his normal self now, being back on the court, but I also want to see how does he mesh with James now. How does he mesh with playing with James Harden? Because that's a big acquisition. That's another great offensive player. And you're talking about 3 great offensive players of all time on the same team. You want to see how that works. So I'm going to be happy with that.
I just one there was a team like that. Instead of Kyrie, they had somebody else, but I just can't remember.
Wait, you been for real?
I'm just thinking maybe it was like I think it was like in Oklahoma or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
They also had a shot blocker too, but I don't know.
Nah,
Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe it was like a created team, 2K or something.
Yeah, they all got drafted there, I think, in my mind, but it probably was wrong.
I don't know what happened. I think one of them got traded. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But hey, look at now. Whatever years later, it's just know it's something different now going on the East Coast. So but I'm going to be real. I want to see Kyrie. I love seeing the performance he put on, and I want to see how he works within this new system with this new player.
Yep, I'm glad to see that he's okay. And that he's back. Finally, let's hope all the off court drama, dies down because I get tired of him and his off court drama and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to see him play ball. I just want to see him go to work and help this team win. And that's what everybody wants to see. And now it's time to see if this thing will work out. This 3-headed monster can, kind of be tamed.
Yeah.
Instead of just running wild. It should be very interesting up there in Brooklyn. It should be very, very interesting.
But as we always signify before, their greatest strength could likely be their greatest weakness coming down the stretch. So we got to be aware, especially because let's be honest, they making the playoffs. Like I don't see this team not even.
They was making the playoffs even they just had KD.
Yeah. So so obviously we would never have the audacity to say that this team is not a playoff team because obviously they're a championship contending team. But like when they get to the playoffs, that's where the real test. Well, people say that the real test could be now, but I say the real test starts the moment that they hit the playoffs. How do they perform?
I agree. I cannot wait for playoff basketball. But we still have a lot more weeks and a lot more games to go before that even happens. You know, the seeding in these conference hasn't even taken shape yet.
Exactly.
So yeah, we shall see for the Nets. Also, I have a question for you real quickly.
Go ahead.
Do you think that KD's MVP right now? If the season was to end?
I say he's a top 3 candidate. Um, I say because
Who's your other two then?
I really feel like Jokic has been really balling out. He has been making a strong case, and I would have said somebody like like Luca, but Luca's team was kind of struggling in terms of their production.
And he's also struggling from 3 as well.
Yeah, he's also struggling for 3, but so when you look at that, yeah, I say KD. If the season was to end right now, KD would actually behind Jokic is a positive. He's probably top 2 candidate right now. Just the way he's been playing since the beginning of the season until now. Like he has always played, never made no excuse or anything. And he has come down and he's balled out. He I don't think he has had under 25 in any of these games.
KD?
Yeah, KD. I don't think he has had any under 25 point per games season. So yeah, I could really see that he could be MVP.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I just hope well let's hope for their sake that his MVP campaign this year doesn't end like his first MVP campaign.
Yeah.
In 2014.
Yeah. And also, you could put Embiid because Embiid has been on the road. Well, as recently we haven't heard much, but in the beginning up to this point, he has been on the road though.
Yeah, he's been doing well since Marcus Gasol got traded out the conference.
Don't do that.
I mean, he left the conference, so bad. What?
Why would you say that?
Like, what is wrong with that? I'm just saying he's been playing really well.
Yeah, but you had to add on to Marcus Gasol.
I mean, that just happened so that Marcus Gasol is not out of the conference now, and now he's really balling out.
Well, like, well, that this is his grandfather can
Yeah, he's really grown up.
Don't do that. Yeah, let's stop.
Oh my God, someone like Shaq and Hakeem. When Shaq lost in '95.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, man. Like, leave legends alone. Leave the.
What? I was just speaking. He
said, "Come here, my son. It's fine."
And he somehow just randomly got back spasms. But anyway, on to the predictions of tonight's set of games. On to the predictions of the night set of games. A lot more games than what happened last night. So we're gonna go rapid fire. If you used to, Ja, you know how we do. So let's go. First game postponed. I feel like the Wizards have not played in.
Nah, we haven't seen the Wizards in a good minute.
Oh my gosh!
I think the last game they played was against the Suns.
They stuck in the Capitol.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's the last time we've seen them playing against Phoenix.
Well, we still waited for Michael Jordan's, on episodes 11 and 12, Last Dance.
We never getting those.
Yeah, because they stuck in the Capitol, so of course we never get those.
Michael Jordan hiding those from us. Anyway, let's go. Rapid fire. Let's go. The Nets with Kyrie, James Harden, and KD up against the Cavs. Who you got?
I got the Nets.
I got the Nets as well. The Mavericks or the Pacers?
I take that back. Mavericks. Sorry.
Mavericks. First primetime game that we will be covering features the rematch of last year's first round between the Boston Celtics and the 76ers. Of course, this is a different 76ers team. So who do you have?
I got the Celtics with this one.
The Celtics. I don't know if Tatum's playing or not, so I'm going to say the Sixers.
Yeah, that's smart. I forgot Tatum.
For right now. Pistons or the Hawks?
Hawks.
Pistons. Heat or the Raptors?
Heat.
I'm gonna see if the Raptors can do something. I got the Raptors. Magic or the Timberwolves? Magic currently on a 6-game losing streak.
Isn't that wait? And the T-Wolves aren't.
He was on like a 3-game losing streak, I believe. Let me see. The Timberwolves are currently. Oh, sorry. I don't know why this shit is bugging out. Okay, there we go. They're on a 2-game losing streak.
Well, I feel like I feel like they're gonna come out with energy. I got the T-Wolves.
Yeah. The T-Wolves as well.
D'Lo with no cat, I feel like he's just gonna ball out. I feel like he's been balling out as of recently, but I'm just saying he's gonna most definitely ball out. Now with that.
The next primetime game and the last primetime game that we'll be talking about features the Phoenix Suns trying to bounce back off of that Grizzlies loss up against the new look Houston Rockets led by Victor Oladipo and Christian Wood. Who you got?
I got the Rockets and Oladipo.
You got the Rockets. You believe in Oladipo.
Yeah, I believe in Oladipo. I always believed in Oladipo. Underrated. One of the underrated guards in the league right now.
You do 100% right. But I got the Suns. I think they really need this win. I think they need to bounce back from their loss, and they're 7-5, and it should be better than a 7-5 record.
Yeah.
Next up, the San Antonio Spurs up against the Warriors coming off of that come from behind win against the Lakers on MLK Day. Who you got?
This is gonna be difficult because they've been both playing really well. But I got the Warriors. That 3-point barrage, man, is gonna be crazy.
Got the Warriors as well. The Kings or the Clippers? Clippers. The Grizzlies or the Blazers?
Repeat. What's that last one game that you said?
It's a rematch from the play-in game from last year, which features, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies led by John Morant and Trailblazers led by Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum is still out.
I got the Grizzlies.
You got the Grizzlies. I do have the Grizzlies as well. This isn't the Trailblazers your dark horse? Yeah, they are your dark horse.
They
dark
are my
horse against
dark
my
horse,
surprise team.
They are my dark horse, but again, it looked like injuries are catching up again. Like injuries.
Yeah, they caught the injury bug for a little bit.
Because Nurkic is now out. CJ's out, and it's just like, this is don't forget they added new pieces, so it's just like,
yeah, but CJ should be back in like a week.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
okay. That's some good news. That's a bird.
Yeah, that's good news. But all right, now I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts?
Michael, what's his name? Kevin Porter Jr.
Why you bring up Kevin Porter Jr.?
Sorry, nothing. Forget it. I take it back.
What you about to say?
Like I say, like it was unfair what the Cavs did to him, giving Torian Prince his old locker.
Oh my gosh! I guess it was. It's just funny. I mean, like really, of course, something only the Cavs would do.
Exactly. I'm just like, did you? Because let me tell you something. I look at it like this, right? If they're giving somebody your locker, that must indicate something.
They don't have respect for you.
They don't have no respect for you, and they going to they've been.
Of course, they don't have respect for him. They didn't have respect for LeBron. Why the fuck would they respect him?
And they also looking to they've been probably looking to trade you anyway too. That's what I feel like. I feel like they want to get rid of him.
By the way, for all you confused about the story is Kevin Porter Jr., rookie on the Cavs, got his locker taken. I guess the Cavs gave away his locker to Torian Prince, the newcomer from the Brooklyn Nets, off of that trade with Harden, and he was very upset, really upset. had an outburst with the GM, and now they're trying to trade him because of that.
Yeah.
It's rumored trying to trade him. Rumored. But that's the story.
Yeah.
A funny story.
That's all I want to get. I just want to give my 2 cents.
Oh my gosh. Mark Price just he's just shaking his head right now, watching this Cavs team. And they started off good, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
In terms of how they were playing.
Yeah, they did. No, you're not lying about that. They did get off to a good start, and Colin Sexton was looking like an all-star. And Andre Drummond's also looking at an all-star. People don't want to bring that up, but he's looking like an all-star too. And but yeah, this team's going good. I hope I think
the talent, but not by wins.
Yeah,
they haven't been racking up them wins.
But let's see. We got a lot of basketball to play. Let's see if they could get back to their winning ways that like they did in the start.
Hey, well, they in the playoffs right now, so
yeah,
we'll start. Before we end up, I feel like say like there's almost about to hit the the 20 game mark, so now you're about to see teams starting to figure out themselves and us in terms of viewers watching the game, kind of figuring out who's real and who's not.
Yeah,
we're coming up into that part. It's about to get tight. It's about to get real. You about to see all those teams that people be praising. You about to see them, drop, or you about to see the real teams with great talent and good coaching system about to come up and prove that they are a real team.
Well, we now know who's about to suck now, I guess.
Oh,
the Kings.
The Kings already suck.
Kings
suck since 2004.
Oh, it's so embarrassing how they really caught us in the beginning of the season like that. But De'Aaron Fox is most definitely a baller. So that's the only is a
baller, but
that's the only bright spot.
DeMarcus Cousins was a baller.
Yeah,
I mean Tyreek Evans was a baller until he wasn't.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Chris Webber was a baller. Then they traded him. So this is the Kings we're talking about. The Kings.
Yeah.
They haven't recovered since getting screwed in 2002.
Should pay the rest.
Okay. I think that does it. That does. All right. Now, thank you guys for watching today's pod. Make sure you tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Also, follow IG down in the description below.
And once again, I am Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this was the Mind of Basketball Podcast.